Gather the elect before the Heavenly Father destroys America.
Right.
So that's what we're doing. That's what we're about. Yeah.
How's it going?
May I say something? Yeah. And we're also we're not just talking about, we're talking about the destruction of the so-called white man's world. It's power structure.
Right.
See, the white man controls the world, but God is going to destroy the white man.
So it's a white man's world now?
Yeah. Why are you Australians? The Aborigines belong to that land. The Australians are criminals from England that took over that land and slaughtered the people there, and now you call yourself Australian.
Oh, my family's from Malta originally.
Malta,
Europe,
okay.
South
Yeah, I know.
Europe.
Spain, right?
No, it's a little island south of Italy.
Yeah.
Of course I'm right, my family's from there.
Right. So you got Italian in you?
Maltese. Little island south of Italy.
Right.
It's in the scriptures.
Yeah, it is. It's in the Bible. Paul went to Malta.
Right.
His ship got shipwrecked there. But yeah, no, I was born in Australia, but I feel like my culture is more Southern European.
Do you feel that the white man should be paid back for all the unrighteous acts he committed on the planet Earth?
Well, it's such a black and white thing, if you don't pardon my phrasing, isn't it?
Well, it was made that way, like by the so-called white man.
Yes and no question.
Do you feel that you believe in justice, right?
Of course I do.
Now, would it be just for
so interesting.
For
good gelati, by the way. It's just down there.
Yeah, we know where it's at. We know where it's at.
Oh,
we know
so amazing.
Yeah.
Yogurt and rose and peach sorbet. It's really good. Do you guys know about gelati?
Yeah.
Do you know gelati?
But check it out.
Yeah.
But check it out.
Okay.
Do you believe?
Am I on camera? I'm a singer and an actress. Hi.
Look at the white woman. Look at the white woman.
I'm kind of more like olive skinned than white.
Well, you're kind of more like pinkish red.
Yeah. I got a bit sunburned
like
yesterday.
Yeah. So, but you call yourself white. Well, you call yourself Australian.
I don't call myself anything.
Yeah, you're Australian. But the name put on people of your skin tone is white, which we know that's not white. This is white, right?
Yes,
that's white. That's white. Put your arm next to it.
Do you know there are so many different shades of white?
No, there's one shade of white. There's one shade of white.
I work in an architecture firm and there's like hundreds of shades of white.
Well, you got pearl white.
Yeah, off-white.
Yeah, you got, but
You ain't nowhere near it.
Right.
I know, right?
You're almost red. You're almost red.
So what does that mean to you guys? Like,
well, it
am
means
I
you're
white?
an Edomite. It means you're an Edomite.
What does that mean?
It's in the Bible.
Oh.
Edomite basically means red.
It's an indicator.
It means red.
I'm more Mediterranean.
And you're a red person.
I'm Mediterranean.
Well, according to the Bible, if you're not of the nation of Israel, you're an Edomite. And the Edomites are going to go into slavery, and the Edomite woman is going to be bed slaves for the Israelite man.
That doesn't sound too appealing. Sorry.
Well, you can say it.
I don't want to do that.
You enjoy it.
You don't even know it. You'll
I'll
love it.
enjoy it.
You enjoy it very
Really?
much so.
Where is this Edomite slavery thing going to happen?
It's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven.
Oh.
Kingdom of heaven.
So I don't need to worry about it now, though, do I?
It's coming.
No, you don't have to worry about it now. You don't have to worry about it now.
Oh, that's fine. My husband would have been really worried.
Oh yeah. But she's not worried. She said her husband's worried. She's not.
No, really?
Yeah, he's going into straight up slavery.
Right.
He's a white man?
So fascinating. He's French.
Oh, he's French?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's going into slavery.
I got a scripture, bro.
Because the so-called, this people right here, we're going to put the white man in slavery.
You personally?
Well, Lord willing, I hope that the Lord has chosen me to do so, yes.
How's that working out for you guys?
You never pictured
We're out here gathering.
slavery. You never picture white people in chains and get
I think
whipped.
some should be, but I think it's a personality.
But you know how you're used to people that was in slavery, like black people get whipped, chains.
She remind me of
But
Lucy, man.
just think about that and just reverse it.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
That's how it's gonna be.
doesn't the Bible say like love your neighbor and all that sort of shit?
I got a scripture.
But our neighbors is the people of our nation.
But
Oh,
white
so
people
you're
don't really believe that,
selectively-
though. White people don't believe in
well,
love.
I got
the neighbors.
Because you think about it, you think about all the things the white man did to everybody. He told him something, and then he had an ulterior motive behind. He lied to him at first. I want to do this. They get cool with him, then he stabbed him in the back. That's what the white man did.
That's not cool.
So let me ask you this: do you believe in the Bible, though?
Not really. I grew up with the Bible.
You're an Edomite.
Well,
you're Edomite.
You believe in God? Do you believe in God?
Another
I believe
word
in the
for
universe.
Edomite
I believe that
is
there's
the
like
devil.
a higher
There's a
power.
universe too.
I believe
Wicked.
in the universe. The universe is my friend.
Do you believe that there's a supreme energy that we call God?
Not necessarily, no.
There we go.
But I do believe there is like a.
You saw- you like on
I mean, I'm not
Mount
here
Seir.
just by accident, you know.
Of course not. That,
Came off
you
of
know
Mount
that
Seir.
supreme energy, that universe,
Yeah.
the controller of it, he's a black man. He would be a black
Really?
man.
I
Yes,
thought-
yes, he's a black
So,
man.
Thought he was white.
No, I didn't think he was white. Some might argue that he was a woman.
No, there's no way it's not a woman.
Yeah, you must be talking to the polite and natural talk to
What
me.
is that?
Because a woman is built on emotion.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know the emotion? You know the heart is actually connected to the brain so much that they're inextricably.
The heart is nothing but a muscle that pumps blood throughout your body.
That's not true.
What is it then? What is it?
You would think?
Do you know we're like 90% made of water, right?
70.
Something like that. Anyway, so we're like really made of water. So our emotions and everything that we do changes our biology. So like if we're happy, the water molecules actually change. If we're sad, the water molecules actually change. Everything is connected to your heart and to your head. It's actually linked. It controls. It's like it's different.
You can. Let me
I'm
say
not like
this.
a
You can get a heart transplant, but you can't get a brain transplant because really everything is controlled. Everything is controlled through your brain, where your spirit is.
So you're saying your spirit is in your brain?
Yes. Why you think?
I thought the spirit wasn't anything tangible. I thought it was just something that
it's
you
an
had.
Well, the spirit is energy. Because
So you're saying that
That's
it
tangible,
only
really, if you think about it.
you're saying it only is in your brain. It's not actually everywhere.
well, it control when you think something, you got to think to grab that, right?
Yeah.
That's your spirit telling you to grab that. Your spirit is where your mind is your heart. Not
That's what I just said.
this muscle
I
in
said
your
that they're
chest.
together.
No,
They're linked.
but you think
No.
your
heart is a muscle.
Yeah, that's why I said if you trust your heart and all that, that's really your mind and your heart is the same.
That's what I
It's
said.
interchangeable.
But
not what
but
you saying.
not how you're saying.
Can I say this? Because you got people that's alive right now with a fake heart.
Yeah.
And it's called
They're nasty
what is it
people.
called?
A pacemaker.
A pacemaker. So explain that one.
Yeah, so that means they can't use their heart to feel anymore. They don't have any more. Their
Right.
emotional side. is
That's why I
disconnected.
say it's just a muscle
Right.
that pumps blood throughout
Everything
your body.
comes
It's all about your spirit.
Yeah,
It's all about where your spirit is, your brain.
How did you? Are you guys all
You
over
got
the
a
country?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are. We're all over the world.
We're in
all
Europe.
over
I
the world.
noticed that there's no women here. Why is
Because
that?
our women are at home where they supposed to be.
Really?
Yes.
Barefoot and pregnant.
We are.
You're not kidding. You
I'm
actually
kidding,
believe
I'm
that? No, you
kidding.
don't.
I'm kidding.
Just like,
Halfway kidding.
just like you're not
Halfway
kidding.
kidding.
You can just admit it.
Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a
Okay,
righteous
don't be
thing
quiet.
with the Most High to recompense tribulation.
Right,
to
but
them-
before you read that, I asked you, did you believe in justice?
He said absolutely.
I do. But Sarah in the Bible, she had a baby at 98. Does that mean that that's true as well?
Yes,
Because
very
back
true.
then,
Back then
they
we
lived
lived
longer.
longer.
It was a stronger.
So you guys believe everything in that book?
Well, think about it.
Every single
think about
thing.
it. How many kids do you have?
Word for word. I've
How
got no
many-
kids yet.
Okay, but think about it. If you had a kid at like 15, then you had a kid at like 35. Your kid at 35 be weaker than the one that you had at 15 because you was young and your womb was fresh. As soon as your womb start felling, you have a baby. When your womb felling, your baby gonna be weaker.
Yeah, that's
You gotta
just
think too.
fascinating.
Even nowadays, look at the food we're eating now. We're eating genetically modified food. We're drinking
Yeah.
piss water. We're breathing shit air. Back then, everything was pure. Everybody
So
was
you're
in a more
saying it's
pristine
physically
state.
possible for a woman to have a baby at 98 years old?
Of course.
Really?
When the
Not in
conditions
this
are
day and age.
right.
Not in this day and
When
age.
the conditions are
But during
right.
that time, yeah. When the earth
Okay.
was bringing forth its plentifulness, and when the earth
Have
was
you consulted
in
like
right course.
have you consulted a biologist about that just to see if that's actually
No,
possible?
we don't need to consult the
How we
Bible.
gonna consult a biologist if people dying at like 50, 55 and cancer
It's
and diabetes?
fascinating. It's really interesting.
Why do you need to take more medicines now? Because back in the day, they didn't take medicines and pill. I need to pop my pill.
Their life expectancy was actually less back in that
Oh,
time.
was it?
Was it?
It was.
The oldest man in the Bible lived to be 969 years.
Right, well, they were living in.
So you believe that?
Of course.
Absolutely.
See, we're all. You ever heard the word faith?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
That's what we're all about.
Science
We're all
tells
about
you.
faith.
Science tells you that
Israelites.
people live longer back then.
So 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, not a full 1,000.
Oh, so 998.
That's the age.
969.
Oh, no, oh, okay.
But you got to
So
think about it.
35
though.
years. That
During
must
that
have
time,
been
that was
really...
like what 5. 5,000, 6,000 years ago.
Fascinating.
When the Most High created man, so he was fresh.
Has anyone, like, have you guys recorded yourself talking and then listened back to it?
Of course, record it right here.
Sound weird.
Interesting. That's
But you know what? Think we're bloody crazy. No, you got to realize that, you know, I don't know. Are you just an American just visiting or what?
I'm just visiting.
Okay, so you're going to be going back to Australia soon, right?
Yes.
Well, that's good because everything's not been so fine and dandy here in America.
I don't speak
Okay,
like
because
that.
I know you're having just a gay old time here, talking to a dandy time, talking to these black men here, these brothers. I know that, but
very fascinating.
all that's going to be going out the window real soon.
I haven't judged you 1 minute and you're judging me.
You know, I can judge because I can read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? You're being like okay, you know what? Look, you know what? You're a devil. You're a devil just like your father. Okay, I read right through your glasses, man. You're being real condescending. Tell me, have you ever actually listened to your words that you speak and like played it back because it sounds quite ridiculous? You know, that's really what you want to say, man. You know, that's that white bitch talk, man. You know, yeah, exactly.
Nobody, I can have my opinion as well.
Yeah,
that's true. All that nice shit.
But at the end of the
you
day,
ain't fooling nobody up here.
but at the end of the day,
I take my glasses off.
Let me see the color of your eyes.
Yeah, we see the reptilian eyes.
Yeah, they genetically monitor. Yeah, you got a genetic
No,
defect.
it's like hazel.
That's why you gotta keep them glasses on.
nice.
Keep them glasses
That's
on.
why she gonna be in the harem with the rest of the Edomite women.
It's just really fascinating.
You're gonna be in a high-
I'm being sincere. I've never encountered this before in my life. I'm being honest.
Hey, well, that's cool.
And it's just, I'm
And
just
you're
trying
gonna
to
take this back to
understand.
Australia and you're gonna remember it until the Lord destroys this place.
Okay.
I bet you
And
tell
then,
your
and
husband.
then,
And you're, yeah, totally. I'll be
Yeah, he'll be like,
hey,
what the
so-
fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck this nigga.
and you can
never
find
say that.
you can find
Well,
us
he
on
doesn't talk
YouTube.
like that.
Go on YouTube and type in Great Millstone, and you'll find us all over the planet Earth.
You find brothers in
Ain't
England.
any brothers in Australia?
Nah.
Probably
No?
not, no.
Nah.
Well, they might be there soon.
They might be there.
It might be there soon.
It's true.
Because
It's different in Australia.
the
It's
Lord's
different.
people, the Lord's people, going back to the question I asked you, do you believe in justice? The Lord's people is going to receive justice from the Heavenly Father to recompense, to pay back the so-called white race
Yeah.
for what they did to us.
Okay.
And that's coming real soon.
All right.
Remember I was speaking about the white woman being a bed slave?
Yes, you did mention that.
She's gonna go back to that. She's gonna go back to that. She's gonna go back to being a nanny, and she's gonna go back to being. And she's gonna be the new Aunt Jemima. And we're gonna read it out of the Bible.
You have to take care
I don't know what an Aunt
I'm not
Jemima
being
is.
condescending at all. It's really interesting. Like,
Yeah,
I've
it's
never-
very interesting.
No, no,
yeah, we understand.
I'm
You've
being
never
serious.
encountered.
But you know why?
nothing like
Because this is not of this world. That's why. This is not of this world.
When you want the black man, which we call Jesus, the black man to rule this planet because he will rule it in righteousness.
I don't think anyone
As
should
you
rule
have
the
the white
planet. I
man
just
ruling
think
and
we should all
everything.
be-
That's reality, though. I mean, you always got to have rulers. You always got to have
Two
servants.
rule at the same time. Two nations. And when you look about history, there was one dominant nation at one
You
time.
had the Roman Empire, you had the Babylonian Empire. So that's just the way the world is. You're always going to have somebody in a kingly state, and you're always going to have somebody under them.
So you're here to like, how do I put this? To like, you know, fire and brimstone, all that sort of stuff. Like you guys are here back
Well,
to
that's
like,
going to happen.
like
But
kicking
that-
it old school.
Yeah, but that has to happen, though. That has to happen.
Old school. They got nuclear weapons right now. That's fire
Old
and brimstone.
Testament.
Before the Lord destroyed any society, when you read in the Bible, He always sent His prophets to warn the people, His people that were in that land, that He was getting ready to overturn that land and get right, because otherwise you were going to be overtaken. I.e., Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes, I'm familiar with them.
The only people that made it out of there was
Do you
Lot.
believe that's true? Because you say you don't believe in the Bible, though.
No, but I know about it.
Well, that's in the
Think that
Bible.
happened?
That's in the Bible.
I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what happened.
Well, when you read in the Bible, there was a bunch of homosexual activity going on, lesbianism, bestiality.
Which you guys think is wrong as well.
It's totally
You don't think that having sex with a dog is wrong?
I think that's wrong. I
Do
don't
you think
that.
homosexual being homosexual?
Probably not.
Did you choose to be heterosexual?
That's the natural way to be. That's what God
All right,
did.
that's where we differ. I'm gonna.
You believe that it's okay for a man to have sex with another man.
To
Of course I
everything.
do.
You think that's okay?
Yes, I
So
do.
how do they have babies?
Why do they have to have babies?
So then that mean everybody gonna? That mean the human race is gonna end.
I respect, like, whatever your opinion is, I respect it, but that's my opinion. Well, that's fine.
not
That's
right,
your
though. That's
decision.
unnatural.